Next up, we got a panel. The panel is about how underrepresented groups can build generations wealth with NFTs. We got Cynthia, Imani, Gawain, Brenda, and Dr. Hans. Let's give them a round of applause.
Testing.
How's everyone doing? Fantastic. You ready to learn how to build generational wealth?
Woohoo! Let's go. Let's go. What's up, guys?
So before we kick off, just wanted everyone to know Miss Brenda is the one and only crypto mom, the main person who is ushering underrepresented groups into this Web3 crypto ecosystem. And Miss Brenda, why do you think this asset class is super important for underrepresented groups and communities?
You are so kind, first of all. But yes, guys, I go by Miss Crypto Mom. I took over the space. I became the mother. I adopted a lot of y'all. I'm still adopting. If you're good, okay? If you're good. But yeah, so repeat that question again, Dr. Hans.
Yes, Miss Brenda, why is it important for underrepresented groups and communities, right? I think of women, immigrants, minorities, millennials who weren't born into rich and wealthy households. Why is this the asset class, or why is this technology so important for these groups to pay attention and be involved?
So, number one, most important is we have always historically been left behind. In the 80s, with the internet boom, in the 90s, I grew up, born and raised in Kenya, spent 18 years in Kenya, and I can tell you that I didn't even know about the internet, more or less get, AOL.com until probably mid-90s. By the mid-90s, it had already taken off. So women have been left behind, minorities have been left behind, and when I found out about this new technology from my daughters, I've been in banking for the last 2 decades, right? And they tell me, Mom, check out blockchain technology. And I'm like, what the heck is blockchain? Is that related to Bitcoin? So to cut a long story short, I wanted nothing to do with Bitcoin. I wanted nothing to do with, because, in banking we have laws that you cannot, you do those tradings, they tell you, oh, this is for illicit, Bitcoin is used for stuff that you shouldn't be touching. So I stayed clear away from Bitcoin. But thank God for this generation, they're like, no, you gotta get in there. It's a new asset class, and we need to be the first ones in there. So that's why it is so important. When I got in and I realized how innovative the space was, I was like, we gotta go. Let's do this.
We have to. And one thing that I'll also stress on is this. The best time to have purchased real estate was in the 1950s, right? When mortgages were being put out. But guess what? Blacks were kept out of it because of redlining. So we couldn't get access to the asset, okay? Now, the next asset class that came around was in the late 90s. That was the stock market, okay? So being able to buy tech stocks late 90s would have been a phenomenal opportunity to become a multimillionaire. Guess what? Underrepresented groups, minorities, we didn't have stockbrokers. And there were required amounts needed to be able to get a brokerage account, right? So once again, guess what? We were left out. Today, or now, there's a new asset class, crypto. They cannot keep us out. So my focus, and everyone here, our focus is in wanting to make as many individuals know this is the greatest opportunity of our lifetime. and we need to have significant exposure to this asset. Imani.
Actually, on that note, I think that the biggest way that I could bring minorities and underrepresented people into the space is by leading by example and just showing how it changed my life. I'm only 20 years old, and thank God I don't have to go to college.
Only. I love that.
I'm not gonna say college is like a scam, but you know, I'm just so happy that like I found crypto and like this is what I love to do, and like I'm very passionate about it. So that like I feel like I could show my peers and like people my age, my generation, that this is for us, and like we could change the world in this way. It's everything.
She was supposed to go to college. She says, Mom, listen, I'm going to take a leap year. That leap year has become, I'm going to be full-time in crypto like you, Mom. So what am I supposed to say, Dr. Hans? What am I supposed to say? I'm like, you're doing good, girl. You're doing it. Just, yeah, college is a scam. No one needs no student loans right now.
I know. Oh my gosh. So, Gawain, please introduce yourself to the audience as well. Tell us how you got into this space.
Hey guys, I'm Gawain. I go by G2 in the dev community out there in Discord. I got into this space as a developer. I was developing Web 2 prior for, I think I gave it about 11 years of my life there. And, went to school behind it and everything, but found Web 3, and it was just a totally different ball game as to limitations. I was in corporate when I was working in Web 2, and I hated it because there was a lot of red line tape, and creativity didn't really flourish. I also have a music background, so creativity is just natural for me. But Web 3 changed that whole mentality, just the things that you could do and leverage to make things better. For a lot of the pain points that we have today is just incredible, especially with NFTs and how that revolutionizes the way we own assets, and making it, also fun in a lot of ways with gaming and with real estate and with, we have jewelry now. So just all different types of ways that we're digitizing these luxury items and things that, we may not have had access to years ago. So,
yeah. I'm curious, this is just a general question for any of you here. How can we build generational wealth with digital assets?
I'm going to pose that question back to you, Dr. Hans, because you are actually doing it in the space. Like, if you all know Gary Vee, I'm sure you all do. He is the Gary Vee in our community. Like literally, honestly, if you have a collection that needs to get sold out or halfway sold out, you gotta contact Dr. Hans. I am not kidding. I met Dr. Hans last year at during the Bitcoin conference. And actually, a lot has happened from that time. But anyway, a lot of you who still think it's gonna go lower, I'm here to tell you, we're praying. We have anointing oil in my house. Bitcoin ain't going lower than 12K, okay? So I saw you all on Twitter on Saturday. Yeah, that tweet went viral too, talking about, this is a scam. It's going down. No, it's not. But anyway, long story short, how can we build generational wealth? I've been in banking for almost 20 years, okay? In those close to 20 years, my 401k has been subpar. So even with this crash or whatever you all call it, I'm still up compared to my 10, 15 years in banking. So it's not something that I would tell my kids, don't go towards crypto because it's done something for my life. Like, okay, I've been doing this for 15 years, logging in 9 to 5. It's doing nothing for me, so I might as well do the crypto, and it works for me. So generational wealth is built by teaching our future generations how we make money and keep money. Yeah. Not just make money. I want to keep money. And that's what I would say is generation. I'm teaching Imani what helps me, And I wouldn't tell her do a 9 to 5 because the 9 to 5 didn't help me keep generational wealth.
You know, there's this phrase that I heard, which always stuck with me. It's this concept of wealth is built by concentration, but then it is protected or kept by diversification, right? And along the same lines of the different asset classes that we missed, right? I view it as, yes, we should still have some exposure to the different asset classes, right? Your stocks, savings accounts, all of that. But make sure to get some exposure to this asset, and here's why. In 2017, I kept on saying, oh, this crypto thing is a scam. And I kept saying it for months. And then one day, I remember just reading different financial journals, and I realized that a couple of billionaires had come together, they raised a fund, and they started investing in crypto. And I was like, hold up. You guys are putting money into this thing that I think is a scam. So I said, let me go investigate. Let me go do my due diligence. And when I did, I was blown away, right? So for any of your colleagues or friends that you tell about crypto and they tell you it's a scam, tell them, do you think that the richest man in the world will take $2 billion of his company's money to buy something which is a scam? Do you think he wants his $2 billion to go to zero? There's something that he knows that maybe you need to consider.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Follow the money, yeah. Should I ask? Can you tell us about the Royals NFT and what you did with that?
The Royals. So last year, I got into the NFT space around summer of last year. So I missed Bored Apes.
Yeah, I did too.
So I came in, started with World of Women, and around summer, I was looking at all of the NFT projects in the space, and there was a constant theme. 95% of the projects were based on animals, right? So kangaroos, zebras, lions, giraffes, cats, apes, right? And I was transparent. I said, you know what? Africans are not going to buy animal NFTs. They just will not.
We don't.
I'm just going to be
see them every day.
They just will not buy it. So I felt that by itself is going to keep a ton of individuals out of this space. If there isn't representation, if people do not see themselves displayed in these NFT projects, there isn't going to be adoption by underrepresented groups. So similar to 2016, when I felt called to retire my Doctor of Pharmacy degree and my MBA to pursue teaching about investing to our community, I felt a similar calling last year to embark on this journey to launch the first luxury NFT project to showcase African culture and African excellence.
Yes.
And that's the Royals NFT. So the Royals NFT, the art is by Leah Sams. Leah,
She's
you can
here.
stand up.
Woohoo! Leah.
And the concept is every NFT holder becomes royalty. And the NFT serves as an invitation to visit the country or culture that we're showcasing. So this year, we're going to Ghana, West Africa.
Ghana! Accra, Ghana. I'm
Yes.
going to Ghana for the first time this year because of that.
Absolutely. So we're rolling out the red carpet. We have a week-long event planned out for all royals. And this is the beauty about this collection. It's not specifically only for a certain group of individuals. We want everyone to come experience the Ghanaian culture. That's the thing about this NFT community. There's like subsets, like, oh, this group and then that group. We believe in a diverse, open community where we all come together, what we call a global royal family, right? So this is extending an invitation to everyone here. The Royals NFT, the website is theroyals.art, theroyals.art. And we are going to Ghana last week in December. So you don't need to leave your family. You can spend Christmas with your family. And then, like I'm telling everyone, on the 26th, you get on the next plane out. and you head over to Ghana, and we're curating the entire experience. So don't worry about what flight should I take, where am I gonna stay, who's gonna pick me up from the airport, what should I do every single day I'm in Ghana. Everything is curated because we want to invite as many of our holders, our royals, as possible to come experience the African continent with us. And last thing that I'll share, every single year, we pick a different country to showcase. So next year, we could be going to Greece. We could be going to Dubai. We could be going to Paris. We could be doing something here in the US. That's the beauty of this collection. There's always something to look forward to each and every year.
I'm looking forward to the jollof rice. They say Ghanaians make better than Niger, right? We're going to find out.
Jollof, absolutely.
So question, Dr. Hans, I'm curious on this project. So can I make money from these NFTs?
That's a good question.
So I have a fundamental belief, and that is that you need to create an NFT project where the floor price doesn't matter. What I mean by this is, can you create an NFT project that really provides tangible value for someone to the point that they don't even consider selling their NFT because maybe they doubled or tripled their salary, or maybe they have a connection to someone where they went and started a business and now they are making millions of dollars together, or they found, a love, as part of the family. Like, can you provide people tangible value so that floor price does not matter? And that's my fundamental belief, and truly. So yeah, I believe if you do the right thing over time, floor price is going to reflect that. But people need to see tangible, real life value in their life. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, I think, and that's also unique in a lot of different aspects. I know another thing that's a lot of focus has been on is around, with generational wealth is like music, right?
That is good.
Even our culture, right? Like hip hop, right? It's grown so massively. Being able to own your IP rights and earn from those IP rights is always essential because a lot of middlemen obviously cut from those. Yeah. And I'm curious to see what you guys' thoughts is around that and where things are going right now, because things have obviously changed. We have things like Mint Songs now that's pushing out NFTs. Just curious to get you guys' thoughts.
Yeah, I think that's actually really good that you brought that up because recently I've been doing research on music NFTs and just that area, and I was seeing that Spotify and Apple Music, they charge, artists get. I don't want to say the specific numbers because I will give you wrong information.
Spotify, it's 0.022, I believe.
Yeah, okay, wow, thank you. Yes, so they get nothing for 100 plays, 1,000 plays, 100,000 plays, yeah. And with NFTs and with even I know some platforms that are doing you can make money off your music videos and stuff like that. I think that this is changing the game for every single what is that word? Industries, and yes, and just it's so disruptive that we don't know what's to come yet, what we're seeing, but we see that it is making a difference. And I know so many artists, I'm really friends in the space with big names, yeah. Big names in the space. And I've seen how she, her transition from when she was in Web 2 to when it was only on Spotify, and then now how she is in Web 3, and her life has drastically changed. And that is because she actually is making profit from it, and actually it's making a difference now. So yeah, I think it's huge what this is going to do and what it's doing. So
really is. And I know we're here for NFT.NYC, so I'm sure people want some alpha as it relates to this current market, right? Significant bear market. I wanted each and every one of us to share how should people be looking at NFTs maybe perhaps how do they identify which projects to get into, right? And I'll start, and then we kind of go down the line. One core thing that I would say is, and I think it's quite obvious, that the entire NFT space, as well as crypto, as well as any asset class, it is a matter of supply and demand, right? So ask yourself during this period of time, which projects either have significant demand, meaning significant interest, or which projects are so unique that over time, they are going to maintain their demand and increase over time as adoption for those projects kind of reach its peak, right? So that's the way that I would say to look at this space. But yeah, curious you all's thoughts.
Yeah, sure. So I think I have a really good example of a really good NFT collection. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with ETH Denver and Bufficorns and all that good mythical stuff, but Bufficorn NFTs, it's a Biddle Brigade. It's a really cool project as far as NFT collections. I mean, a lot of them are devs, mostly, but nonetheless, they are always incentivizing holders. From, there's a DAO associated with the project. They have basically a funding incubator for other projects that's creating through ETH Denver. They've expanded to ETH Toronto now, so they're bringing in additional projects. As a holder of this NFT, as you're getting token drops of this token that is associated with this DAO, that is actually a portion of the revenue that when this project goes public, because they fund, they're funding anywhere from 100K to 250, somewhere in there, and when they actually release as public and they start accruing revenue, you get a percentage of that. So that's something that's really unique, just being a shareholder or being a holder of that specific collection, that's really cool. Amazing.
That's dope, yeah. So with NFTs, I think there are like multiple ways you can make money and or make your money back. Like you could play that tedious flipping game and just wait till projects like are released, and then you buy it when they launch, and then before even they like show that they've been revealed, then you sell it, that type of thing, or just like the floor price. Right? Yeah, whitelist is like another whole thing. Or you could just, make your own and do what you really love, and then you could price it on what you think your art is worth. And I think that like the people, like-minded people, will come to you in ways that, in those ways. So I'm like, NFTs, they're really just they're so new and addictive. They are. It's kind of bad. It's a bad addiction for my pockets, but. I think like if you just find what's good for you, then that's all that really matters in the space.
And I know we're running out of time. We're about to, we're done. So proud to be a mom to this one. One of them didn't make it. She's in Greece. Thank you for letting us speak today. I look at the next 10 years every time I look at a new technology. And I'm looking at NFTs revolutionizing real estate. Real estate because I've been in real estate for about 15 years. I've worked in the mortgage industry. I've gone to the title company. I've searched documents on one of those 1900, scrolls that you have to go up and look who owns this property to date. They just went digital with Boston Title. It took about, 15 years for them to do that. I think blockchain is going to fundamentally change that. Another thing that's blockchain and NFTs are going to change is ticketing. We see, what's his name, Mark Cuban looking into Dogecoin for tickets or NFTs in that factor. So ticketing is going to change really big. And like you said, music. Those three, art is good to collect, but those three industries, real estate, ticketing,
gaming, fashion,
and gaming, like yes. Yeah, but I'm very bullish about the next 10 years. We don't look at floor prices. I never care about any floor price because 10 years from now, guess what? 2021, 2022 is always going to be remembered as the beginning of this new technology. And that's it.
Absolutely. Thank you all.
Thank you.